All right, thank you so much for your patience. My name is Kevin Van Note, and I am the choir and band director at Selma Middle School, and this is our 2024 spring concert. Thank you so much. I'm beginning tonight with the bands, and to save time and to try to make things more efficient, I put them all up here together. The 7th grade band is going to do 2 pieces. The 8th grade band is doing 2 pieces, and then they will do 3 combined. And it's a really cool sound, so I'm glad to see them all up here like this. And we are going to begin right away. We have some announcements from the students, and to kick it off here is Mr. Briley.
Hello, my name is Briley Best, and I am a percussionist in our band. Our first selection for you this evening is an aggressive and powerful computation titled Shockwave. A shockwave is a change in air pressure caused by something exploding or moving faster than sound. Please enjoy this explosive opener.
My name is Lindy Lovegrove, and I play the trumpet in our band. Our next selection is the Tempest, composed by Robert W. Smith. In this selection, listen for the melodic theme to repeat in the altos, French horns, and low brass. Listen for the rhythmic ostinatos repeated by the flutes and trumpets. Listen for the power low brass and percussion hits as well. All of these musical elements combine into a powerful musical storm. Here is the Tempest.
Probably should have given her a second to breathe at the end of that. You guys are playing so powerful, and good job. Here we are. Here's the Tempest.
name is Ella Requa, and I play flute in the 8th grade band. Danza De Espana is a lively piece in 3/4 time depicting a traditional dance from Spain. We hope you enjoy this colorful piece of music.
Hello, my name is Noah Grandstaff, and I play trumpet in our band. Our next selection is Engines of Resistance. In this composition, the resistance comes from the opposing musical style of playing, smooth and legato versus sharp and rhythmic. These two different concepts are played together to create a heavy and aggressive piece of music that is also smooth and lyrical.
Before we begin this next piece, I do want to announce that in some of your programs, 8th grader Reina Carrillo is missing from the program. I did print some new ones, so her name is in some of them, but I want to make sure I announce her because she's a great clarinet player and a great addition to the band. I don't want to leave you out. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Anna, and I play the alto saxophone in our band. Our first combined piece tonight is Brass in the Basement, composed by Larry Neek, featuring the trombones, baritones, tuba, and string bass. This piece has a little bit of blues, rock, and funk musical styles. We hope you enjoyed this exciting number.
Hello, my name is Ben Mueller, and I play trumpet in our band. Sweet Caroline was written by Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond once said the song was about his wife, Marcia. However, when writing the song, he couldn't find a good rhyme for Marcia. He needed a 3-syllable name, and Caroline was the one he chose. This is one of the most popular songs ever written. We hope you enjoy our version.
For a long time, the rumor was that Sweet Caroline was John Kennedy's daughter. And a lot of people thought that that's who he wrote the song about. And I think he just let that go for years, and then he finally in an interview said, well, it was about my wife, but I couldn't find a good rhyme for Marcia, or Martha. So Caroline was a great name, so I went with that one. So here we are, Sweet Caroline. Feel free to sing along if you'd like. conductor in our band. Our last selection for the evening is Junkyard Jam. And Junkyard Jam features trash cans and buckets, as well as the band playing both rock and Afro-Cuban styles. Afro-Cuban is Africa's influence on the island countries like Cuba and the Bahamas. All kinds of music developed there, and this has a little bit of that in there as well. So we hope you enjoy this. This is our last combined number for this evening and the last selection for the band. Will you give them one more round of applause real quick? I try to tell them the music is, and band especially, is a gifted and talented subject because they are reading a foreign language. They are trying to manipulate this device, this instrument that has these keys or whatever. They've got to do stuff with their lips or have their mouth a certain way. They've got to be able to stay on beat and feel rhythm. They have to use their energy and their body to produce sound. It incorporates all this stuff. They have to work together socially and with teamwork. So music and band really is a gifted and talented subject, and putting all of these parts together with woodwinds and brass and percussion and our string bass player back there, it is sometimes very difficult. And sometimes sections get ahead or they fall behind. They're doing their best, but it's just, sometimes it's difficult. In Junkyard Jam, they're gonna show you it's gonna sound really, really nice, especially over there. Here we go, Junkyard Jam, thank you so much. I would like to acknowledge our bucket players over here, Lila, Cameron, Trenton, and Lucas. We give them a round of applause. Trevor, I don't know why I said Trenton. Trevor. Trevor, not Trent. All right, we are going to transition now. It'll take about 10 or 15 minutes. I want to acknowledge in the back of the auditorium, he's really done a lot for me, programming the lights and the stuff you're about to see with the choir and everything. Will you guys give Taylor a round of applause? I think he has something he's going to have for you guys during this little intermission. So if you want to play along, choir to stay seated until I come and get you. Band members, Can we have the percussion and low brass go out first, followed by the third row?
A few moments later.
Before we begin with the choir, I would like to acknowledge the music sponsors. For those of you guys that are sponsors or students that have turned in sponsorships, thank you so much. It helps us and prevents us from having to do fundraisers. So thank you very much. Voltage Unlimited, Molly's Dance Gallery, Burnett family, Christopher Wittenberg, the Drollinger family, Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, Zeisse's Designs, Lunay's Designs, Tanya Sodders, York RV Service, Charles and Sue Kirkland, Pig Flippers Pickups, Muncie Lanes, Carmen family, Bill Keller, Candy and Greg Shannon, Sydney Electric Company, Selma Athletic League, McGuff Roofing Incorporated, Paradise Bar and Grill, Warren Transportation, Don and Pamela Lane, King's Carpet, Vintage Branding Company, Tim and Barb McMillan, East Central Indiana APA, NASG Indiana, and First Merchants Bank. Will you give all of them a round of applause? I also would like to thank our administrators, Mr. Roush, Mr. Dudley, thank you for being here and helping out, as well as Mr. Fahey and Mr. Luce. Give them a big round of applause for me. You guys are lucky. He's one of the best principals I've ever seen, so you guys are lucky. And thank you again to Taylor Green for doing all that you do, and thank you for the music boosters that have been helping out. The Ullman family is out there, as well as the Albersons, and anyone else that's been helping out tonight. Thank you so much. I couldn't do without you. And now, without further delay, here is the Selma Middle School Choir.
Mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you here tonight. And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
Yes, put your service in the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Sherry, and we want the rest. To enjoy our orders while we only live to serve. Try the grace of inspiration, so believe me. As the dishes, so you see all the dance. After all, Mrs. Friends, and our dinner here is never second best. Go on and load your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. Be our guest, be our guest. Souffle, pie and pudding on flambe. We'll prepare it to the flair, culinary cabaret. We're alone, we get scared, but the banquet's all prepared. No one's moody or complaining, while the family's entertaining. We'll tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks. And it's all the perfect taste that you can beg. Go on and lift your glass, you want your own free pass to be our guest. Be our guest, be our guest, please be our guest.
Bonjour! Bonjour!
Bonjour. 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 There goes the baker with his tray like always. The same old bread and roast to sell. Every morning just the same. Since the morning that we came to this more provincial town.
Good morning, Bill.
Bonjour, good day. How is your family? Bonjour, good day. How is your wife? I need 6 eggs.
That's too expensive.
There must be more than this provincial life.
Oh, I come from a land, from a faraway place, where the caravan camels roam, where it's flat and immense and the heat is intense. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. With the winds from the east and the suns from the west and the sand and the glass is right. Come on down, stop on by, up a carpet and fly to another Arabian night.
Arabian nights, Arabian days, for our
There's something about her, and you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl.
Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. Possible she wants you to. There is one way to ask her. You don't take a word, not a single word. Don't wanna lot to say. We've got to hard for station and bed. Each little spirit knows how to wear it. That's why it's hot here under the water. Down we love you, down we love you, under the sea. Baba had them 40 peeps, shares heart had 1,000 tails. That's you, and luck goes up your sleeve. You got a friend, magic never fails. Got some power in your corner house, and ammunition in your camp. Got some punch besides your moving house. So I gotta do is go down there, and I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. No, no, no. Life is your restaurant, and I'm your major league. More whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Yes, sir, we pride ourselves on service.
You're the boss, the king, the shah.
See what you wish.
It's yours today, so I have a little more about the law. Now some of column A, try all of column B. I think the moves to help you do. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me. Whoa, 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 whoa. You never had a friend like me. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. B is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore and love. That is all that I can give.
See right through me.
Love.
Love is all I need. And you are the one that's always dreamed of.
Two, if love can't take it, take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. B is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore and love. That is all that I can give.
See right through me.
Love.
Love is all I need. And you are the one that's always dreamed of.
Two, if love can take it,
Take my heart and please don't break it.
love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day when the heat of the rolling world can be turned away, and enchanted moments, and it's easy.
I would like to acknowledge our soloists very quickly before we wind things up. In Disney Dazzle, we had Isaiah Addington opening it up. Then Michael Heatherly, followed by Kyla Higgs singing her first solo. Alyssa Steed, Kristen Undum, and Eliana Wright. We give them a round of applause. There were also 5 bonjours, and here they go. Crosley over here was. Good morning, Belle. And doing a few different lines was Arafel. Will you give her a round of applause? Yeah! And then during Can You, in LOVE, we had a little line there sung by Isaiah. Give him a round of applause. I had never heard of this guy that wrote LOVE because I always thought it was Frank Sinatra or Nat King Cole. Those were the versions I liked. Can You Feel the Love Tonight had some soloists in there too. Lillian McCauley, Kristen Undum, Emerson Hale, Alyssa Steed, and Ellie Wright. Give them a round of applause. I told the kids I remembered being in high school, and we had an assembly where we went and watched like the high school orchestra. I went to Warren Central in Indianapolis, and the choir sang, and Lion King had just came out, and they sang Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And I was a big heavy metal kid, surprise, in school, and I didn't listen to that kind of music at all. And I remember sitting there captivated in the auditorium by that song. There was just something about it, and the line that stood out to me the most, and I didn't know it then, was it's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. I don't know why I liked that line so much. Maybe it was because, and we talked about this with the students, the vagabonds were like the very lowest of society. They were criminals or poor or homeless. They were like considered the bottom. And kings, the only person above a king on the planet is God. A king was supposed to be like, God spoke to the king and the king spoke to the people. So the king was like the supreme greatest thing in the world, and vagabonds are supposed to be the lowest in the world, but there was this idea that love could reach both of them and make them be their very best. And I think that when we have love in our lives and we have that, it does help us be our very best. And I thank you guys for sharing your love with me. I would like to say it was Brittain's idea to do I was like, what do we do during the dance break on LOVE? Was that you that had that idea? And she said, what about showing different Disney people that were in love or Disney people that loved each other? You know, like Lilo and Stitch weren't a couple, but boy, they really loved each other and were a great partnership. So Brittain, thank you for the great idea. And one more round of applause for Mr. Taylor Green in the back. Thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a great spring break. Have a great night. Thank you.